Chosen one, this is not a coincidence. You were guided here. Out of all the moments in your day, out of all the content available, you landed on this message at this exact time, and that is alignment. There are no accidents in divine timing. If you're watching this, it's confirmation. Confirmation that something has shifted in the spiritual realm concerning you. Confirmation that the season you have been walking through is closing. Confirmation that you are standing on the edge of monumental transformation. You may not see the full picture yet, but you can feel it. There has been a stirring in your spirit. A quiet awareness that your current reality does not match your true identity. You've sensed that you were built for more, not in ego, but in destiny. And now that inner knowing is meeting external alignment. This is the threshold moment. The line between lack and luxury, between surviving and thriving, between hoping and receiving. Your future self is already grateful that you didn't quit in the confusion. Your future self is thanking you for enduring when it felt unfair. Because what begins now will justify every delay, every tear, every closed door. Divine timing is precise. It activates when preparation meets readiness. And you're ready. From lack to luxury, it starts now. Not gradually. Not someday in the distant future. Now. The invisible shift has already taken place. And soon, the visible world will begin reflecting what heaven has already decided about you. Chosen one, the season of survival is ending. For too long, you have lived in just enough mode, calculating, stretching, adjusting, bracing yourself for disappointment. You became strong because you had to. You learned how to endure. You learned how to make something out of nothing. But survival was never meant to be your permanent address. It was a classroom, not your destiny. Somewhere along the way, lack tried to normalize itself in your mind. It taught you to lower expectations so you wouldn't be hurt. It trained you to anticipate rejection before opportunity. It convinced you that stability was a luxury reserved for others. But that cycle is broken. The declaration has already been spoken over your life. The era of barely getting by is over. You are transitioning from survival to overflow. And at first, this may feel unfamiliar. You might still expect things to fall apart. You might still prepare for the worst. But those reactions are echoes of an expired season. Overflow is not chaos. It is peace. It is the ability to breathe without anxiety pressing on your chest. It is knowing your needs are met before panic sets in. It is planning without fear. Survival sharpened your instincts, but overflow will expand your vision. You are not meant to live reacting anymore. You are meant to live creating. From lack to luxury means your nervous system finally rests. It means your faith replaces fear. It means your future is no longer a question mark. It is a promise unfolding. Before wealth shows up in your hands, it must settle in your identity. This is spiritual law. The internal shifts first, and then the external follows. Chosen one, you have always been rich in spirit, rich in ideas, rich in compassion, rich in resilience. But because your bank account didn't reflect your depth, you questioned your worth. You forgot that royalty does not stop being royalty simply because the crown is hidden. A crown hidden is still a crown. And now you are remembering. This is the true beginning of luxury remembrance. When your self-concept upgrades, your environment must follow. You are no longer chasing validation. You are embodying value. Hustle alone cannot sustain wealth. Alignment can. When your beliefs match abundance, abundance feels safe to arrive. When your identity expands, opportunities feel natural instead of intimidating. Your vibration is changing. Your expectations are rising. You are speaking differently about yourself. thinking differently about your future, making decisions from confidence instead of fear. And the universe responds to identity. As within, so without. As you align internally with overflow, the external reality recalibrates to match you. Wealth is not being forced into your life. It is being magnetized by who you have become. And who you are becoming is someone who understands that abundance is not earned through exhaustion. It is aligned through embodiment. Luxury is not ego. Luxury is restoration. It is not about showing off. It is about settling into the dignity of who you truly are. For too long, luxury may have felt distant or even unnecessary. But true luxury is peace. It is stability. It is waking up without financial anxiety tightening your chest. It is bills paid with ease. It is savings growing quietly. It is emotional safety. It is relationships that nourish instead of drain. It is work that energizes instead of depletes. Luxury is not extravagance. It is alignment between your inner royalty and your outer environment. When your surroundings reflect your worth, your nervous system relaxes. Creativity expands. Generosity increases. Clarity sharpens. Wealth in every dimension, spiritual, emotional, relational, financial. That is the fullness you are stepping into. From lack to luxury does not mean from humble to arrogant. It means from unstable to secure, from chaos to calm, from scraping by to sustained provision. You are allowed to experience beauty. You are allowed to experience comfort. You are allowed to experience abundance without guilt. This is not about material obsession. This is about living in an environment that supports your highest expression. And that is sacred. Poverty is not only financial, it is psychological. It is the belief that you must struggle endlessly to deserve good things. It is the suspicion that blessings won't last. It is the reflex to sabotage progress because comfort feels unfamiliar. But that mindset is dissolving. You are becoming aware of how lack shaped your thinking. You are recognizing the ways you dimmed yourself to stay accepted. The ways you tolerated mediocrity because it felt safe. The ways you downplayed your dreams to avoid criticism. But awareness breaks chains. You are no longer shrinking. You are no longer apologizing for wanting more. You are no longer pretending that smallness is humility. There is an identity shift happening from overlooked to undeniable, from underestimated to uncontainable. You are remembering that your light was never meant to be hidden. And as this shift solidifies, self-sabotage patterns fade. You stop rejecting opportunities out of fear. You stop assuming the answer will be no. You stop bracing for loss before gain even arrives. Poverty thinking says, this is too good to last. Abundance thinking says, this is just the beginning. And you are choosing abundance. Not arrogantly, not recklessly, but consciously. From lack to luxury starts in the mind. And your mind has made the shift, chosen one. What looked like delay was divine design. What felt like rejection was redirection. What seemed like silence was preparation. You must understand this clearly. Heaven has made a decision concerning you. There has been a verdict released in your favor. The doors that closed were not punishment. They were protection. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers were not meant to stay because they did not match the magnitude of where you were going. There is divine compensation attached to your endurance. You did not survive those seasons for nothing. Every tear you cried in private, every night you questioned your worth, every moment you kept going when quitting felt easier, it has been recorded in the unseen. Restoration is not poetic language. It is spiritual law. What was drained will be replenished. What was delayed will be accelerated. What was lost will be restored in multiplied form. You are stepping into a season where repayment meets readiness. This is not about revenge. This is about balance. This is about the universe recalibrating in your favor. The inheritance attached to your name is being released. Not because you demanded it, but because you developed the capacity to hold it. If certain blessings had arrived earlier, they would have overwhelmed you. Now they will empower you. You are no longer the same version of yourself who once prayed for relief. You are the refined version prepared for responsibility. Divine compensation is not small. It is substantial. It confirms that nothing was wasted. Not the confusion. Not the waiting. Not the endurance. From lack to luxury includes restoration. And restoration begins now. Pay attention to what is beginning to change around you. The shift does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers before it roars. You may notice unexpected financial blessings. Small at first. A refund. A gift. An opportunity that feels aligned instead of forced. You may notice people responding to you differently, with a new level of respect, curiosity, or openness. You may see doors opening without the exhausting push you once needed. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The current has changed direction. What once felt blocked now feels fluid. What once required constant effort now responds with ease. Expansion often begins subtly, but once it gains momentum, it accelerates exponentially. One opportunity connects you to another. One conversation unlocks a chain reaction. One decision places you in a new trajectory. Do not dismiss small beginnings. They are previews of larger provision. They are evidence that your frequency has shifted. Synchronicities increase when alignment deepens. And you are aligned. You are in rhythm with something bigger than circumstance. The difference between the old season and the new one is this. Before, you had to force outcomes. Now, outcomes are flowing toward you. The signs are there. The subtle confirmations. The quiet breakthroughs. From lack to luxury is not a single dramatic leap, it is a rising tide. And the tide has already turned. Chosen one, you are done chasing what is meant to recognize you. This is the season of attraction. No more begging for validation. No more proving your worth to rooms that refuse to see it. No more exhausting yourself trying to convince others of your value. When you embody who you truly are, pursuit becomes unnecessary. Your presence becomes magnetic. Your name is being spoken in conversations you haven't entered yet. Opportunities are aligning with your energy before you even knock on the door. Ideas are attracting resources. Vision is attracting provision. You are no longer trying to sit at tables that diminish you. You are building new tables altogether. This is the shift from striving to embodying, from chasing to receiving, from desperation to confidence. Attraction is powerful because it is effortless. It flows from alignment, not anxiety. And when something is meant for you, it will not require you to shrink, beg, or overextend yourself to secure it. It will meet you at your level of self-worth. As your identity expands, your orbit expands with it. People who once overlooked you will suddenly notice. Environments that once excluded you will seek your input. Not because you forced your way in, but because your frequency made you undeniable. From lack to luxury includes this understanding. You do not chase abundance. You become aligned with it, and it comes. Chosen one, not everyone will recognize you when you rise. Some will try to speak to the version of you that struggled. Some will attempt to remind you of your past limitations as if they are still your present identity. Growth makes people uncomfortable, especially those who benefited from your smallness. When you begin to expand, you disrupt familiar dynamics. The same people who overlooked you may now question you. The same voices that doubted you may suddenly grow louder. This is not a sign to retreat. It is confirmation that the shift is visible. There will be subtle pressure to shrink yourself so others feel secure. A temptation to downplay your blessings so you don't appear too much. But hear this clearly. You are not responsible for managing other people's comfort with your expansion. You prayed for elevation. You asked for overflow. And now that it is arriving, you must stand firm in it. Do not apologize for upgrading. Do not dilute your light to accommodate someone else's fear. Your glow is not arrogance, it is alignment. Some people will celebrate you. Others will misunderstand you. Both reactions are part of growth. The key is this: remain anchored in who you are becoming. Let your transformation speak for itself. From lack to luxury requires courage, the courage to outgrow environments, conversations, and identities that no longer fit. And you are brave enough to do exactly that. Abundance is not something you chase, it is something you embody. It begins in your energy long before it appears in your bank account. Energy is currency. Faith is investment. Vision is treasure. The way you think, speak, and move creates an energetic signature that attracts corresponding outcomes. When you embody abundance, you stop making decisions from fear. You stop reacting from scarcity. You start choosing from alignment. There is a calm confidence that settles into you. A quiet knowing that what is meant for you cannot miss you. You no longer over-explain yourself. You no longer rush opportunities out of desperation. You allow things to unfold because you trust your path. And that trust becomes magnetic. Financial flow is not separate from spiritual alignment. It responds to it. As you deepen your faith, your capacity increases. As your vision expands, resources organize around it. You begin to understand that supply is not limited, it is responsive. Supernatural provision meets practical action. You show up, but you no longer strain. You work, but you no longer worry. You plan, but you no longer panic. Embodying abundance means your nervous system rests even while your life expands. It means you feel safe receiving. It means you recognize that wealth is not foreign to you. It is a natural extension of who you are. From lack to luxury is not just a financial transition. It is an energetic evolution. And you are living it now. As your internal world upgrades, your external environment must follow. You begin to declutter. Not just your physical space, but your emotional and spiritual space as well. You release items, habits, and even relationships that no longer reflect your future. You feel your standards rising naturally. What once felt acceptable now feels misaligned. This is not judgment, it is growth. You are choosing peace over performance, excellence over exhaustion, quality over chaos. You no longer tolerate environments that drain your energy. You no longer overcommit to prove your worth. Your boundaries strengthen. Your time becomes sacred. You begin investing in yourself differently, in how you dress, how you speak, how you structure your day. Not for vanity, but for alignment. Your surroundings start to mirror your stability. Your home becomes a sanctuary instead of a stress point. Your schedule becomes intentional instead of reactive. This is what luxury truly looks like, not constant extravagance, but consistent alignment. You are building a life that feels supportive instead of suffocating. You're designing an environment where your highest self can thrive. From lack to luxury includes this upgrade, a shift from surviving in chaos to flourishing in order. And every small adjustment you make now is reinforcing the identity of the abundant person you have become. Chosen one, you have entered acceleration season. What once felt delayed is now clearing at a speed that may surprise you. For so long, it seemed like progress moved in inches. Prayers felt suspended. Opportunities felt postponed. You questioned timing. You wondered if you were behind. But delay was never denial, it was development. And now that development is complete, movement begins. This is the phase where manifestations no longer take years to materialize. They begin to respond quickly. Conversations turn into contracts. Ideas turn into income. Seeds you planted seasons ago begin sprouting all at once. It may feel sudden to others, but you know it was earned in private preparation. Divine speed is replacing waiting. Momentum is building beneath your feet. What once required exhausting effort now flows with alignment. Doors open before you knock. Emails arrive before you follow up. Solutions appear before stress escalates. This is not luck. This is alignment meeting readiness. You are being strengthened for this pace. Because acceleration without maturity creates chaos. But acceleration with preparation creates overflow. You are no longer the version of yourself who would have been overwhelmed by rapid growth. You are steady, grounded, clear. That is why the pace can increase safely. You may notice that time feels different now, as if weeks accomplish what months used to. As if clarity replaces confusion instantly. As if resistance dissolves faster than before. This is activation. You are not waiting for permission anymore. You are moving with confidence. The stagnation has lifted. The spiritual traffic has cleared. And forward motion is natural. From lack to luxury includes speed, but not frantic speed. Focused speed. Aligned speed. Purposeful acceleration. You are no longer stuck in preparation mode. You are in execution mode. And as you take bold, aligned steps, the universe meets you with multiplied results. This is the season where things finally move. And they move in your favor. Chosen one. True luxury begins within. Before the upgraded home, before the financial overflow, before the visible success, there is emotional and spiritual ease. And that is what you are stepping into now. Emotional luxury is the ability to rest without guilt, to pause without feeling behind, to breathe without bracing for impact. For so long, your nervous system was conditioned to expect struggle. Even in calm moments, you anticipated disruption. But now, stability is replacing fear. There is a quiet confidence settling into your spirit. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself constantly. You no longer feel anxious about being misunderstood. You are anchored, calm, certain. This is wealth that cannot be purchased, inner steadiness. Spiritual luxury is knowing you are supported, knowing you are guided, knowing that even when you cannot see the full path, you trust the direction. That trust creates peace, and peace multiplies clarity. You begin making decisions from wisdom instead of wounds. You begin responding instead of reacting. You begin choosing joy without apology. There is no guilt in your happiness anymore. No fear that it will be taken away. You are healing in abundance instead of surviving in scarcity. And as your inner world stabilizes, your outer world reflects it. Financial growth feels safe because you feel safe. Expansion feels natural because your foundation is solid. Emotional maturity becomes the container that holds material increase. This is the balance. This is the harmony. From lack to luxury is not simply a financial upgrade, it is a nervous system upgrade. It is the shift from hypervigilance to harmony, from anxiety to assurance, from tension to tranquility. You are not just gaining wealth, you are gaining wholeness. And wholeness is the highest form of luxury. Chosen one, you are no longer operating under the old economy of limitation. There was a time when you believed resources were scarce, opportunities were rare, and success belonged to a select few. That was the mindset of survival. That was the classroom of lack. But now you are stepping into a new spiritual economy, one governed by alignment, faith, and embodied overflow. In this new economy, provision is not random, it is responsive. Doors do not open because you beg. They open because you are prepared. Opportunities do not appear because you chase. They appear because you are positioned. Lack was a teacher, but it was never your permanent residence. It trained you in discipline. It sharpened your gratitude. It built resilience. But you were never meant to live there forever. Now you are experiencing instead of merely preparing. You are receiving instead of rehearsing. Even in chaotic environments, you feel protected. Even when the world shifts unpredictably, you remain steady. That steadiness is wealth. You understand now that abundance is not just about accumulation, it is about circulation. The more aligned you become, the more freely resources move through you. Ideas generate income. Integrity builds influence. Faith attracts favor. This is not fantasy, it is frequency. You have shifted frequencies. The old narrative that said there isn't enough has been replaced with a deeper knowing. There is more than enough, and it is available to you. The new spiritual economy does not reward exhaustion. It rewards embodiment. It does not respond to fear, it responds to faith. And because you have done the internal work, because you have broken the poverty mindset, because you have stabilized emotionally, you can now sustain overflow without losing yourself. From lack to luxury includes this awakening, the realization that you are no longer confined by limitation. You are operating in expansion. And expansion is your new normal. Chosen one, as powerful as this shift feels, this is only the introduction. What you are experiencing now, the clarity, the momentum, the subtle increases, the emotional stability, these are previews. The true expansion is still unfolding. Many people think the breakthrough is the destination, but for you, it is the doorway. The blessings arriving now are not the peak, they are the baseline. There are surprises still being prepared in the unseen. Connections aligning behind the curtain. Opportunities organizing themselves around your name. Resources being positioned to meet your vision at exactly the right time. This is why your faith is deepening as provision begins to flow. Because you are realizing that abundance is not accidental, it is orchestrated. The more you trust, the more you receive. The more you receive, the more your trust expands. It becomes a cycle of elevation. You will look back at this moment and recognize it as the turning point, the exact point where the narrative shifted from barely enough to more than enough. And what makes this expansion sustainable is that it is rooted in identity, not impulse. You are not grasping at temporary highs. You are building lasting overflow. Your standards are higher. Your discernment is sharper. Your energy is clearer. That means what comes next will be greater, not just bigger. There is depth attached to your success now. Purpose attached to your wealth. Peace attached to your progress. From lack to luxury, it starts now, but it does not stop here. It compounds. It multiplies. It evolves. The foundation has been laid. The acceleration has begun. The internal shift has stabilized. Now expansion becomes your natural state. Receive this fully. This is not a temporary upgrade. This is a permanent elevation. And this moment right now is where it all begins.